Coffee with Covered Bridges. I'm Dot Roan, broker owner of Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, and with me today are
Sue Barczyk, broker owner, and
Kendy Alvarez with Fidelis Mortgage.
We're here today to talk to you about Kendy and the services that she provides with her mortgage company. So Kendy, tell us, how did you get into the mortgage industry?
It's really an interesting story. I started as a temp doing marketing for a mortgage banker, and then started to realize that I liked it. Left for a few years, went and worked for an attorney in New Jersey. Came back, didn't expect to end up back in the mortgage industry, and fell right back into it. And since then, I got licensed, and now I'm a licensed loan officer. I've been that for 5 years now, but I've been in the industry for about 7.
Very good. Yeah.
in today's market, and we found it to be very crazy, very active right now, what's the most important thing for a buyer to know as they're looking to purchase a house?
The most important thing for a buyer right now would be getting pre-approved for their mortgage. Not just getting pre-qualified and filling out some information online, but really having someone review your income, your assets, and have an understanding of how much you'll qualify for, knowing that budget before you start shopping.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point.
Yes. Because far too often people want to go out, look at a house, find one that they absolutely love, in their minds think that they can afford it, but the reality is there's something on their credit report or some additional information they hadn't thought of, whether it be child support or income that isn't considered consistent, that can impact their qualification.
Okay. And what if someone comes to you and you try to get through that pre-approval process with them and find that they have poor credit or they have a hiccup in their credit score? What happens then?
Well, we have a credit repair program that allows us to review someone's credit and put them on a path to being able to either increase their score, re-establish credit if they don't currently have credit, or look at other ways that they can pursue this financing, whether it be a non-occupant co-borrower. There are options available, and I think that the most important thing is having the knowledge. So reaching out, having your credit pulled, providing all of the information so that someone can tell you, okay, this is what you need to do, it's going to take 6 months to get there, or this is what you're going to need to do, and if you pay off these 3 accounts, your credit score is going to drop 20 points, increase 20 points, sorry, and then you'll be able to qualify.
Wow.
Oh.
So you're in touch with a buyer through the process of where they're trying to repair their credit. How does that work? Are you in touch with them then? How do you keep in touch during the process of them buying a home?
So if someone needs the credit repair program, I tend to reach out every 3 months. So there's an initial, this is what you need to do, and if the time frame is longer than 3 months, I will follow up every 3 months, make sure that they're still on path. My recommendation is always start squirreling away money. The more money you have saved, the easier it then is to make sure that that's what you're going to do. I also recommend that if they're looking to purchase, based on what their expected payment will be, that's the amount of money that they set aside for their housing. So if you're currently paying $800 in rent, but your mortgage payment is going to be about $1,200, you put that $1,200 aside, $800 comes out for rent, you're saving the rest. And so you're getting used to that mortgage payment that you will be paying when you do get your home.
So you're quite involved in that process with a buyer.
I really do, yeah. My goal is to make sure that communication is key. They know what they need to know. Often people don't even know the questions to ask. And so it's being available and making sure that you're giving them the information they need. It's not the old, sales technique of don't answer and not ask questions. It's more like, you don't even know which questions to ask.
Right.
Let me make sure you're adequately informed.
And that's a really good idea because so many times, just yesterday I closed with a first-time home buyer and he's really nervous and I said, you're going to grow into that payment. It takes like the first year to really, feel comfortable with making that payment. And I love that idea about, if the payment's going to be $1,200, pay your rent for $800 and but save that $400 so that they get used to making that monthly payment ahead of time before they even purchase a house. That's great advice.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What are some of the special programs that you have available as far as financing?
That's a really good question. We do, for first-time home buyers, we have FHA, USDA. We also have a 3% conventional. And there are certain pockets in our area, downtown Lewisburg, downtown Danville, downtown Bloomsburg, that really have no income caps. Otherwise, the income limit is usually around $64,900. And so you can offer specialized conventional products, so it doesn't require a government appraisal to make sure that people can, low down payment type of loans. We also do VA.
Okay, so that's great.
So you're across the board, basically.
Yeah, there isn't really anything that we wouldn't be able to do.
And it sounds too like you're so involved, you work out of your home office.
Yes, I do, here
So
in Lewisburg.
you work 24/7, you're hooked to your cell phone, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I am always connected. You can reach me either via phone or email. My Instagram, I will get messages from people there, or sometimes on Facebook.
Okay, and why don't you tell the viewers what the best phone number to reach you, and your email, and where to find you on Instagram.
Okay, so my phone number is 570-556-6302. My email address is Kendy, Kendy, @fidelishomemortgage.com. You can find me on Facebook at Kendy Alvarez Mortgage Originator, or on Instagram at mortgage_Susquehanna_Valley.
Okay.
I know, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it sure is. That's a lot. I'm glad you remembered all that. I'm not sure I would have.
Well, I type it out a lot. So there's that.
Well, thank you for joining us today and telling our viewers about you and your company. And if they have any questions, they can certainly reach out to you. And thank you for joining us on Coffee with Covered Bridges. Please visit our YouTube channel at Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, where we share weekly video series of tips for buyers, sellers, for home ownership, and also with our service providers, with various lenders, inspection companies, and so on. Also visit our Facebook business page at Century 21 Covered Bridges, where we also share a lot of tips that may help you. So until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.